Kamala Harris missed a very big dinner in New York. It's been a feature of presidential campaigns for decades. She didn't turn up. Now, that's telling. And then we see Donald Trump shake things up at McDonald's. Have a listen.
I've now worked for 15 minutes more than Kamala.
Are you going to put this on your resume?
I never worked here.
This is fun. I could do this all day. I wouldn't mind this job. I like this job. I think I might come back and do it again.
Thank you.
Tell you what, it's at ease in front of the camera and 2 weeks to go, James, or almost just over 2 weeks to go. Give us your read on how things stand.
Yeah, well, look, even 48 hours ago, I was saying that this was going to be a very tight election where it was just too close to call. But I really feel like right now the momentum is shifting Donald Trump's way. And, you know, one of the big reasons why is you just don't simply see a day where Harris wins the news cycle. You know, she sits out the Al Smith dinner last week and leaves it open for Donald Trump to dominate the airways and the media and the social media with all the clips of him taking really hilarious zings at her and the Democrats. Then, you know, he is out there doing the McDonald's thing. That's, of course, a poke at her claim that she worked at McDonald's when she was young as a summer job. No evidence has been provided that she did, by the way, so, you know, who knows about that. But he also seems to be having a great time and doing, again, stuff with the common people there, which I think is his real touch, despite being, you know, this billionaire property developer, reality TV star and all of that. You know, he, in many ways, I think, seems more normal and understandable than Kamala Harris, who seems still like a very strange person who people don't really know and who can't answer questions and talks about being a middle-class kid, but whatever, because she's never even won a primary vote, so she comes in with that weakness.
And despite having the biggest or second biggest job in the nation for 4 years, I think that's extraordinary. Just quickly, Cam, we've had a lot of housing announcements in the last 3 days. We had the coalition announcing $5 billion to unlock up to 500,000 homes over the weekend, backed, of course, by a whole lot of players, including the BCA. The Victorian government announces today it's going to slash stamp duty on off-the-plan apartments only. And they've got a lot of people up in arms in some leafy suburbs and more, because yesterday, on Sunday, they announced they're going to build a whole lot of high-rise apartment towers in area. They will rezone, 10 or 15 suburbs. Now, this is one, I know it's a state issue, but I think it could work out in Dutton's favour if Anthony Albanese isn't careful, given where and the seats these towers are planned to go into.
Definitely, Peter, and you've got to think about the role for local councils, I think, here too. You've got to bring people along because there's an agreement broadly, I believe, in the community that we need to build more homes. The question is exactly where and exactly how. We've seen similar pushback from some mayors in Sydney too against Chris Minns and the Labor plan there to rezone around train stations and along those transportation lines. It's difficult. You've got to get the balance right, but surely there is a sensible middle ground between not clogging up the transport we have, but also providing enough housing. And of course, that ever-present challenge, Peter, of getting enough people to build it. That's still the challenge we need to address everywhere.
Yeah, I think it'll be housing. Cost of living, of course, but housing will feature heavily. Jens, thank you for your time.